Welcome, Gears Cup Series fans. In just a few moments, we will get the pre-race show started and underway for the Lobster 200, presented by Alpha Reinforcing. Again, race 2 of 25 at the Rock, coming up next. All right, Gears faithful, welcome back to race 2 of 25, and tonight we're trading the beach vibes for bruises because we're headed to Rockingham Speedway for the Rock Lobster, sponsored by Alpha Reinforcing. And honestly, perfect sponsor for Rockingham because this place doesn't need good luck, it needs structural support. Rockingham is the kind of track that chews up tires, spits out confidence, and then asks if you'd like to do it again, but faster. This is old school, knuckle-down racing where the high line is a lifestyle choice and the low line is a trap you fall into when you start thinking you're smarter than the asphalt. So yes, Alpha Reinforcing, if you're watching tonight, I've got a couple requests. Can you reinforce the right front tire? Can you reinforce the patience of anyone starting P18 or back? And can you reinforce the friendships that are about to get tested when somebody throws a slide job like they're being graded on it? Because we're going to need it. Rockingham is gritty, it's loud, it's hold my drink and my line racing. This is the type of place where you don't just make passes, you make statements. And sometimes those statements are legally considered unnecessary. And if Daytona was the Super Bowl, Rockingham is the part right after, where you wake up sore, confused, and asking yourself, why did I do that move on lap 6 like it was the last lap of my career? This season is already shaping up to be a memorable one. New storylines, big momentum swings, and 25 races worth of opportunities for someone to go from hero to villain in a single corner. And again, I am Horseboat, totally honored and fired up to be on the call because if we're going to watch people wrestle Gen 4 cars around a tire-eating masterpiece, I want a front row seat to the chaos. And yes, points will be updated next week, which is perfect timing because after tonight, some folks are going to look at the leaderboard like it personally offended their family. Others, they'll be walking around like they invented racing. That's the Gears way. So buckle up for the Rock Lobster 200 where the tires disappear, the walls get closer, and Alpha Reinforcing might need to sponsor a few egos by the end of the night. And you can catch it all here on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. Good evening, everyone. I am the Horseboat, a.k.a. Tom Torrey, watching these cars go in a circle, turning left. And we are about to get down to qualifying in just a few moments as you are seeing at the moment these guys are getting ready for practice, and they're doing a damn good job. And let's see what is on the docket for these fellas. Of course, I go live and my SDK decides to take a shit, and that's why I pay for it. There it is. You got Kyle Gray out in top there with a 23-127. He is a fast cat on the track. Big shout out to everybody watching in YouTube land, Twitch land, and TikTok land. Got some love for the 57 out there. We got Steve Jr. out there saying woo in the chat. Woo! Woo! And I can be as loud as I want. Nobody's home at my house. I could have done this stream topless, but then I would have had to put a hot tubs in whatever stream category it was on. So thankfully you don't have to see that. You don't have to see my areolas. Wow, I said that in a Gears race. I never thought I would. Rock Lobster 200 at the Rock. Coming up next, and I'm super excited again. Let's go out to the meandyourmom.com blimp cam. Again, use promo code DVDA for 50% off your first purchase. You see a minute 45 on the clock. And I'm just as excited. We had a lot of accidents last week at Daytona. A little bit. Cowboy Naughty says, prove it. I'm not doing that tonight. Kind of hard right now. Nipples are hard. Cutting diamonds live. Maybe I'll do that as like an IRL stream. Just cutting diamonds live with the Horseboat. But there's a lot on the line. A lot to prove here tonight. Not on lap 1, mind you. But you have 200 laps to get there. You have 5 tire sets to eat through and about 70% fuel capacity, which gives you about 51 laps. So they're going to have to stop at least 3 times. Again, if there's a caution or two thrown in there, it's going to make it a little bit wonky. But we're going to give it all she's got here tonight for the Gears Cup Series against Season 5. And we are live in Gen 4 2003 Cup cars, getting ready for qualifying right here on the Horseboat Network. Bring you back in the booth one more time as they get set for green flag action or getting ready for qualifying. Tip of the cap. Sip of the beer. Hopefully you're having a great Monday night. I hope work wasn't too painful for you. I know for me, it can be at times, but I work with a great group of people out there. Great team effort all around today. And that does taste good on a Monday night. Normally, again, if it's racing season, I'm drinking on a Monday night. But that kind of goes for the rest of the week. I will not. But here we go. We're getting down to it. Okay. Turn down this music as we get set for green flag action. Let's see here what we've got. Let's go now with Jonathan Militia, lap 1. In that Keystone Light 69 Chevrolet. Again, the high side, I believe, is the preferred line around the track as long as you can hold it together. Oh, and he smacks the wall out on turn 4 across the start-finish line. That is unfortunate. He's going to have to back that ass up and do it again. Nate Fuller now. Again, I know this track with the horsepower, with everything, all things considered, it can be kind of a nightmare. See him get off the throttle and back on it ever so gently. Fuller's going to qualify with a 24.66. Colby Hogan, Sage Greco having a fast time as well. Sage with the Alpha reinforcing 29. Perrin Huggins in that Aflac 99 going around for lap 2, 23.84 first time. Second time lap 23.92. So currently 8th fastest right here. And then we got Joe Stafford in the 57 coming around with what should be turn 1, or excuse me, lap 1. Stafford coming off the backstretch clean. Got a Steve Luttrell fan club is in the house. I love it. Tommy Bob says, we're going to watch a movie with the wife, but here lurking for now. Thank you so much for lurking and twerking. Start finish line for Stafford. Stafford with the 23.77. Good enough for 9th. Going to give her one more shot. Ooh, a little loose coming out of 2 down Thunder Alley. And into turn 3 and 4. And the Rock always brings interesting races. Comes around for lap 2. 23.51. Going to be 4th fastest is Joe Stafford. All right, looking down the list, who else do we have? We got Steven Jr. in the 51. Amon Gerbach. Looks like Refuge. Monte Carlo. 24.14 for the 51, 18th fastest. See now Eric Royce in the 72. Look at that, Avenged Sevenfold Ford Taurus. Trying to put down a lap right now. Using that right rear off at 3 and 4 across the start-finish line. Eric Royce. Looks like he might have hit the wall or something because it's not giving him a time. That is not good. We have nearly 40 drivers here for tonight. Looks like John Furness is out here. See if we can find him. Yes, in that Smokin' Joe's Camel Ford Taurus. And he's going to scrape the wall again. I anticipate tonight a lot of beating and banging. We're going to see a lot of cautions early. And then I think we get spread out. Some would say spread eagle. Spread out, whatever you prefer. And it looks like Furness is going to get third fastest with a 23:47. And that is going to run out the clock. We have a bunch of people who did not qualify. But we are now going to be in a warm-up. So again, grab a drink, a beverage, and get ready for some Gears Cup Series action going to be up next. I'm excited to be here, excited to have it here live. We'll be back in 60 seconds. All right, we are back getting ready for green flag action. Hopefully you are here too, getting ready. 200 laps on the docket here tonight. You have one fast repair, 5 tire sets. You got 1 that you brung and 4 over the wall. And then 70% fuel capacity. Again, if it stays green, you have about 50 to 53 laps of fuel. I hear 51. I'm going to play the low and the high here. Joe Stafford Sr. says, Rock Lobster, that's great. That's perfect, he says. I appreciate the approval there. And I think we are almost ready for the grid walk. Mike DeWalt in the 11 FedEx machine in race control tonight, so you will not see him out on the track, but he is sacrificing and putting his cheeks on the line to call a good race, and we are very thankful to have him. Again, we're getting ready to do the grid walk here in just a moment. 200 laps on the docket here for you. And we'll give you the race info while we've got it. Looking good there. And we'll run down this list while they're doing the drivers meeting. But we have quite the group here at the Rock. Let's hope we get a long green flag run under our belts. Again, looks like 37 drivers have made the show tonight. All right, so we have our pole sitter here on the front row, 78 of Kyle Gray, the Green Valley, Missouri native. Outside of him is going to be the Ritz Crackers, number 17, Ford Taurus of Colby Hogan. Row 2 and not pictured on the inside. Yes, he is. There he is, the 21 of John Furness. The outside of him, the 5 of Connor Rowe. Row 3, we have the 57 of Joe Stafford and the 20 of Sage Greco. In row 4, you have the 3 of Floyd Stewart, and the outside of him, not pictured, the 98 of Jason Chrisman. In row 5, you have the 37 of Stephen Luttrell and the 9 of R.P. Allen. In row 6, you have the 29 of Jeremy Eshelman and the 33 of Christian Ruck Regal. In row 7, you have the 1 of Bryce Hamrick and the 35 of Austin Thomas. In row 8, you have the 99 of Perrin Huggins and the 19 of Noah Moss. In row 9, you have the 67 of Josh Buckwheat and the 08 of Chris Willis. In row 10, you have the 24 of Quentin Stewart and the 111 of Tim Lancaster. Row 11, you have the 51 of Stephen Jr., the 88 of Brayson Ryan, the 89 of John Nunn, the 32 of Don Consdorf, the 71 of Kenny Campos, the 22 of Clay Ayers, 15 of Eric Sable, the 72 of Eric Royce, the 13 of Nathan Fuller, Kenny Lowry, Ethan Wisnowski, Kyle Munson, Aiden Lund, Kyle Lowry, and Jonathan Militia in the back. And it looks like Nicholas Van Hemert and Des Moines Valentine will be starting in the rear. So, a lot on our plate here tonight as we get ready to go green. Again, these guys going to have to get it going and help each other out here early if they intend to get far on the track. Holy shit, that was loud. Got Mike DeWalt in the booth. He'll be in and out here tonight. But for now, it's going to be you and me and the guy in the flag box. Here we go. Green, green, green for the Rock Lobster 200. Here at Rockingham, we already got Brayson Ryan in the wall and the number 9 of R.P. Allen. And we're going to go to caution right away. And, you know, I couldn't tell you that I saw it coming, but I definitely saw that coming again. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the Gears Cup Series instant replay. Let's go to the blimp cam. And we're going to take a look at the 98. You see that Nesquik. You see the 9. You see the 33. You see all those guys right there. It looks like the 20. It's 98 of Jason Chrisman. Excuse me. All right. Full speed. Check, check. Boom. And there we go. It is a fucking parking lot early. It's disappointing. You know, these guys, there's a lot of horsepower under these cars. And they just don't seem to understand how they operate. You know, you saw it in practice a little bit. You know, they were getting it together, it seemed like. But these restarts have been a killer. These initial starts have been a killer. See, a lot of guys that I think a massive amount of inexperience. Love these cars per se, but just inexperienced with these cars and do not understand how they operate. Now, are they a difficult car to drive? Absolutely they are. But you think of that chain reaction right there from the 20. Trying to make sure he didn't get up into Connor Rowe. Ended up causing a chain reaction behind him. So, unfortunately, that is how the cookie crumbles. You see all the stuff going down behind. Got Josh Buckwheat and that Bud 67. Going to eat some shit right here into the wall. Boom. The 9 is just beyond repair. He's going to have to get a fast repair. It's just a really sad thing. So trying to get going. Hoping for the best. Joe Stafford Sr. says just a bit outside. Love Bob Uecker. I don't have him on here, or else I would do it. But it looks like Colby Hogan, Kyle Gray on the front row, John Furness, Connor Rowe, Joe Stafford, Floyd Stewart, Sage Greco, Stephen Luttrell, Austin Thomas, and Christian Ruckriegel. Let's see if we can do it. I know that we can. We just got to believe. We got to believe that we can. Everybody get on your horse. It is the Rock Lobster 200 time. They're going to go around one more time. An additional lap. So my hype up is off or not. But we can dream together. Again, if you're out there, think this is cool, share this with your family, your friends, people you don't know, maybe your next door neighbor. They're like, have you ever seen the Gears Cup series? And they're like, what the fuck is the Gears Cup series? And you're all like, a bunch of cool dudes that drive around, guys and gals that drive around go left. Sometimes they go right. But they're doing Gen 4 cars, so it reminds you of better days, a better time. Once we get these drivers situated, I guarantee it's going to be a fun time all season long. Now I'm ready to get back on the horse. All right, we are green for the Rock Lobster 200. Oh, we already got somebody around. And it looked like it was Jason Chrisman. We're going to back that ass up because that's who I think it was. I'm speculating, though. I have no idea. I saw a yellow car get sideways. Oh, no, it wasn't. I think it was a 32. Let's look at Don Consdorf. Gold Donnie K getting a little turn from the 22 Clay Ayers. They got it back straight, but it was already too late. The damage was done, and we are now back under caution yet again. Let's take another look at it while we have the time. '22 and the 32. Just touching corner panels. Getting a little sideways, and then the 9 gets involved with his front end, already using a fast repair. Man. It's pretty amazing if you think about it. Just the 9 car of RP Allen just getting shit on. Wrong place, wrong time, yet again.
Bruh.
And you feel for him. Colby Hogan, your race leader at this moment in time. Again, don't forget, next week we got the Cracker Barrel 200. Uh-oh. That'll be same bat time, same bat channel. And that'll be at Atlanta Motor Speedway for 134 laps. 134 laps. That is, it's going to be a wild time, especially in these cars. And it's going to be, I believe, the old Atlanta. Hopefully somebody comes in here and corrects me if I'm wrong. But it looks like we're going to get back. Little quickie caution. So Colby Hogan, John Furness, Joe Stafford, Connor Rowe, Sage Greco, Floyd Stewart, Kyle Gray, Stephen Luttrell, Christian Ruck-Regal. And Austin Thomas is going to be your top 10. We'll bring the cars back in, the cars. Excuse me. Pace car is off. Colby Hogan, John Furness leading us down the front stretch and back at it. Green, green, green for the Rock Lobster 200. See if everybody plays nice into 1 and 2. And we already got Jason Chrisman turning to the inside. Looks like he's going to keep it together, though. Staying green, I hear there. Oh, shit! 67 in the wall. Josh Buckwheat might have met the iRacing god himself. And we have our third caution of the night. I don't understand it. You know, like, there's a 67. You see that King of Beers? Got that dented in front nose Monte Carlo. Takes that inside line. Chrisman, you see, just losing his shit in the 1 and 2. Guy doesn't look like, I don't know. He's just all over the place. Here comes 67 and just right hooks it into the wall. No warning. No warning for that at all. Alt F4. He is gone. Back to pit lane. Maybe not Alt F4, but you know what I mean. I'm going to back that ass up again. But this just baffles me. Like, what's going on here? We just got green flag racing into 3. Boom. Starts to get loose, snaps back up and into the wall. As your broadcaster, it is painful. To have to talk about caution after caution after caution. And it's early on in the race. Again, I didn't imagine I would use up all my material in the first, 40 minutes of being together. But I'm going through my material sheet. Colby Hogan, again, looks like they're going to get back to green quickly, and I like this move by Race Control here. Putting the hammer down. At least that's how I look at it. You gotta practice, man. And it just seems like these guys are just having trouble racing around each other. They gotta take it easy and keep it under control. We'll be just fine. You gotta believe. You gotta believe. Again, we owe you, the fans, nothing less. Parents, friends, people are just turning this on for the first time. We'll get it, folks. These are good drivers. Little bit of ego and a little bit of practice time, I think. Both keeping those in check will be good. Colby Hogan, John Furness on the front row, bringing us back to green, green, green here at Rockingham. Okay, we're going to watch these turns into 1 and 2. People just got to keep a watchful eye here, and everybody will be good. And it looks like we got through a lap of green flag racing. That is amazing. Let's keep it going. Got some exciting battles all over the track. And a 3 of Floyd Stewart getting loose out of 2 on the backstretch. Everything is fine. Looks like you got a battle here with Chris Willis and Jonathan Militia with the 46 of Kyle Lowry right here. Side by side battling action, inside, outside. Then you got 3 wide up ahead with Stewart, Huggins, and Thomas. You know, I can appreciate hard racing if you can hold it, but at the Rock, man, that is nutty. But I'm here for it. There's Kyle Lowry in that 46 machine saying, I'm checking out of that party. I don't need any of it right now. Good if you're good. But we've got some heavy petting going on right here with this battle. Let's look up further and see what we got up the road. Looks like everybody's kind of spread out here. First through about 7th. Let's see. About 9th and 10th. They're starting to single file out, and that's what you're hoping to see. But here is the battle right now. 69 and the 29. Jonathan Militia and Jeremy Eshelman. Again, Jeremy Eshelman sponsoring tonight's race at Alpha Reinforcing. Giving us a lot to look at here in the early goings of the Rock Lobster 200. Again, folks, don't be afraid to scan that QR code. That's contact information for his group. Oh, Militia in the wall. Got to keep it together. He is lucky if that car isn't completely different than what it was before. Looks like we have a few drivers already out here so far tonight. DeBoyne Valentine, Nicholas Van Hemert is out. Tim Lancaster is out. And everybody's starting a single file. Let's ride on board with the 69 of Jonathan Militia. Again, you have to be gentle with this car. You can't just slam on the gas pedal like it's a light switch. Just flick it on, flick it off, flick it on, flick the bean. You can't do it. Little insight there from the 69, much appreciated. And then you have the battle here between Eric Sable, the 24 of Quentin Stewart, right in front of Jonathan Militia. And then you have Floyd Stewart in the thick of this right now. Perrin Huggins just ahead. So a battle of the Chevrolets here in the top 10. Oh, boy. It is getting spicy. Floyd Stewart says, I don't want anything to do with it. I don't know if in relation to Quentin Stewart, but Quentin Stewart is getting after it. And on the 9th day, the Lord said, let there be keystones. And Jonathan Militia says, yeah, right on sight. Jeremy Eshelman now battling with Kenny Lowry, Jason Chrisman. Jason Chrisman trying to be the comeback kid right now in that Nesquik 98. Again, if you're out there in TV land, please say hello. More than happy to say hello to you as well. Again, if you're a TikTok, please do so. I don't pay attention there so much. Come follow me on Twitch or on YouTube. We'll love to have you. Chrisman and Eshelman side by side for 16th and 17th right now. Chrisman going to tuck in front. Eshelman going to let it go for now. See what else we can find. Eric Sable, Perrin Huggins, Austin Thomas. Right on board with the 15 of Eric Sable. From Scranton, PA. Sitting in my office with a plate of grilled bacon, called my man Dwight just to see what was shaking. Sable working that Napa know-how to the inside of the 99 of P. Huggies, Perrin Huggins. And we have a caution. Josh Buckwheat has crashed again. Dear Lord. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the Gears Cup Series instant replay. We were just starting to have fun. 67 Bud car right in front of lap traffic. Or right in front of the lead lap. Oh, Colby Hogan. Oh, man. Josh Buckwheat just crashed the leader in the Gears Cup Series. I don't have words for this. It's kind of funny, kind of not funny. And, like, Colby's like, get the fuck out of the way.
I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
Like, I could feel the frustration in Colby. In Colby's, probably in his voice. I can't only imagine what the comms are like. But, yeah, you just see this. And he's like, well, then, you know what?
Gotcha, bitch.
And just put him in the wall. And Buckwheat just is at his mercy at this moment. I don't know exactly what happened there.
Extreme. Parkour.
It really did get extreme, but Colby Hogan now is behind the 8 ball and is going to have to climb back through the field after that. I think they're going to give him, looks like he's going to be back in about 22nd. And that is brutal for the 17 car. I'd almost want to get an interview, but I'm really worried on what he might say. So we're going to pass on that. But again, the Rock Lobster 200 brought to you by Alpha Reinforcing. Again, scan that QR code. Get acquainted with them. And as always, all season long, Gears Cup Series. Again, Gen 4 throwing it back Monday nights all summer long. Right here on the network that is the Casa de la Horse Boat. And it looks like we are double file and getting ready to go back green flag action. You have John Furness, Joe Stafford on the front row. Connor Rowe with Sage Greco, RP Allen, Christian Rock Regal, Austin Thomas, and Eric Sable with Perrin Huggins and Jonathan Militia rounding out your top 10. And we are back at it. Green for the Rock Lobster 200. It looks like somebody didn't get up to speed there on the start. Oh, mama. Looks like Brayson Ryan is down. He's going to try to get her going, get back on green. Looks like he is, and it's going to be fine. But he's going to be in trouble because here comes the leaders. John Furness and that Joe Camel, Jimmy Spencer inspired 21. Leading the race here, 36 laps in of 200. Got Joe Stafford sitting there in second. You saw a lot of that in the playoffs, him just hanging around. Looks like that is going to be his motive here with the Gen 4 car this season. Now, these Gen 4 cars, I will give it to them. Like, it is a harder car to drive than it is the next gen or current gen of the day car. So I would imagine it's going to take a few races to understand the horsepower. Oh, Floyd Stewart almost getting loose again. Perrin Huggins, and it looks like we have another caution. Kyle Munson has crashed. Looks like Perrin Huggins passed before the start-finish line. And looks like he got a black flag, but now he is no longer here. So Kyle Munson has crashed. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see. We are looking at the 18 car. Busch Light back there, I think. Yep, there he is with the DeWalt on the roof. Looks like everything was fine. And just fullered. Back it up again. And I say that jokingly. Crazy stuff right in front of me. See, I'm sure Nate had to let off. But that was just a racing incident. I don't think anything malicious was going on with that one. It's just 18 had momentum, tried to go around him. Didn't really work. And around they went. We're going to take 30 seconds here. Again, you are watching the Rock Lobster 200 here on the Horseboat Network. All right, bringing you back in for the Rock Lobster 200, sponsored by Alfred Reinforcing. Again, scan the QR code today. Get their contact information. You live close enough, you might be able to do business with them. Doesn't matter what you need. They got everything you need for reinforcing. You a big fat ass that weighs 600 pounds? They got a bench for that shit. Jokingly, of course. They might have it. You might want to ask them, but if you're really interested in that. I'm fat. I could use that. John Furness, Connor Rowe in the front row. Austin Thomas, R.P. Allen, Jonathan Militia, Kyle Lowry, Jason Crispin, and Bryce Hamrick with Quentin Stewart and Eric Royce, your top 10. Again, if you're new to my stream, a lot of the stuff I say is not serious. Take it with a grain of salt. And we are back to green flag action, almost a quarter of the way through it. Dear God. See if everybody gets along coming out of 2. How about 3? Let's go for 3. Yay! Everybody's doing good. Here we go. Colby Hogan. Colby, hell yeah, brother. Hogan. No relation to the late Hulk Hogan. Although he probably wishes. As you see, he's marching his way back up to the front into the inside of the 36 of Stephen Luttrell. The march is on. He is already back up to 10th. Really knows how to wheel that car around Rockingham right now, getting side by side here with the 72 of Eric Royce. So we got action in the back. That is Chris Willis slapping it hard. At least I think so. Let's back it up one time and see if we can see it. Oh, shit. I thought he was going to slap that inside wall. He didn't. Good for him, but he's out of line and out of time. It just rhymed. I went with it. Eric Royce, Jason Chrisman, Bryce Hamrick, and Colby Hogan right there for a sixth on back to 10th. You see Royce moving up slowly as well in that 72 car of Ben Sevenfold Machine. And this is probably the most exciting race on the track. Let's go back here to Jeremy Eshelman and Kenny Lowry. Kenny Chesney. Right on board with a 29. Alpha Reinforcing Services Chevrolet. Ooh, you got teammate Sage Greco there. Running alongside him. And Eric Sable now into the picture. Clicking around. Price is Right, one of Bryce Hamrick. You may remember him, I don't know. Got Joe Stafford going up against Kyle Lowry right now. You got Kenny and Kyle. And then looking up towards the front, you got John Furness, you got Connor Rowe, you have R.P. Allen with Jonathan Militia and Eric Royce, your top 5. But here comes Colby Hogan. He says, "Dog, hold my beer." Getting back up there in a hurry. Rockingham seems to be his jam. Looking further on back now, you have Stephen Luttrell and Kyle Lowry with Kenny Lowry in tow, with Sage Greco, Bryce Hamrick, and Eric Sable right behind them. And this is all 8th place all the way back to about 13th. We'll move it up the hill a little bit. You've got Colby Hogan and Eric Royce now going toe-to-toe. Joe Stafford watching eagerly. He's right on board with the 57 of Joe Stafford. Fan favorite on the channel. See Jonathan Militia going high. Stafford trying to shoot the hole here. Wow. And this is why I love racing. He went from the inside line, outside line, now trying to work that a little bit. You see some smoke, somebody hitting the line. Stafford goes down. Seeming like he can put the car wherever he wants to on the track right now, and that is good. 57 laps in of 200. We still got a long way to go to get through this thing. Somebody's going to have to call my employer and tell him I'm not coming in tomorrow.
This is a Fox News alert!
Just got a report. Brayson Ryan's power just went out. So he is gone again. There's storms hitting the United States this week. Some wacky and wild storms going on. Try to be mindful of that. Got Steve Luttrell and John Militia here. Luttrell trying to work to the inside. Militia trying to battle back on the outside. There's been debate on, especially with this old design. So it's what they call the 2012 layout before they repaved it all and made it purdy. It's still bumpy. It's got those cracks in the asphalt, which make for an interesting time, especially when the track temperature heats up. See Sage Greco now trying to work to the inside of Militia. He is dropping positions. Kyle Lowry right there in the 45, Kenny Lowry. Got Kenny and Kyle, but Kenny is up in 7th place right now in that 45 car. Sage Greco trying to battle back in that Alpha Reinforcing Services 20. But he's just going to hang out right now in 7th. Again, up front, you have John Furness in the 21, the 5 of Connor Rowe in 2nd. 17 of Colby Hogan has jumped up all the way to 3rd. 57 of Joe Stafford in 4th. And the 9 of RP Ellen rounding out your top 5. Again, we'll give you lap times on the ticker the last time they were by. You kind of get a feel of where they're at on time and whether they are picking it up or being total cheeks. We'll let you decide. Bring you back in now. Again, looking at the tree, see what their last times were, get kind of a feel where they're at. Especially where they're at maybe on tires. Again, I apologize if you hear me sniffling. I have just had a cold for like 2 damn weeks, and it's killing me inside right now. But what is even cooler is Eric Royce's ascension in that Event 7-fold car, battling Austin Thomas, who is a lap down, which is a shame in that Todd Bodine 35 Tabasco sauce machine. It's a crying shame. But Colby Hogan has retaken the lead. And it could be people are pitting, and I think that's the case. Why not? Again, if you're here for the first time, this is the Gears Cup Series. It's race 2 of 25. Got a long way to go in this season. Got some double points contests along the way. Gen 4 cars all the way. That Ritz Crackers Ford Taurus is Gears notable Colby Hogan. A fast driver. Creates great satire in the chats. And is also a solid guy. He's pretty cool. But you got to understand him. If you don't, you're going to be shocked and awed many a time. See Joe Stafford right there. You got Kyle Lowry. Kenny Lowry. I keep saying Kyle. It's Kenny. Kenny seems to be the better Lowry at this moment. Maybe that'll change next week. But I'm very proud of these guys right now. Getting the laps in. It is so important to do so. Side by side is Greco and Stewart. Colby going to have to figure out this lap traffic situation if he catches them and has to deal with them. Looks like he's going to with the 19 car. That Caterpillar. I don't even know who the hell that is. Yeah. Wild. Oh, Noah Moss. Excuse me. I don't say his name much, so do not hear from him a lot. But Colby out in front. Eric Royce in second. Greco in third. Sable in fourth. Kenny Lowry in fifth. Got to battle the brands right here. Eshelman and Royce side by side. Eshelman on, I believe, a fresher set. Yeah, making that pass look easy. Looks like they pit. Oh, Moss in the wall coming out of 2 down Thunder Alley. He's going to hold it together. Keep it together, man. Again, I'll bring you in for a second. It's been a good race here so far. Early going, it was troublesome. But now they've really gotten a good pace. Once they worked out some minor details, they've been able to really get after it. Kicking it back, looks like Eric Royce having trouble with lap traffic. Trying to keep it together. Looks like he'll be fine. But it's putting that distance in between Colby Hogan and Eric Royce. It isn't a lot, but it means a lot in the long view of things. In the big picture. Got Quentin Stewart on the back end of Colby. Colby makes driving around this track look wicked easy. He's right on board with the 17 himself. Oh, looks like nope. He's on, he's on worn tires, letting the guys that are already on a fresher set get around him. Ooh. RP Allen getting around him as well. And it looks like he is going to pull off this time. Eric Royce will inherit the lead. And almost halfway home, 83 laps in of 200 in the books. Want to point out yet again that next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Cracker Barrel 200 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. 134 laps of hot racing action for the Gears Cup Series. Only here on the network that is Casa de la Horseboat. Tap in at about 7:45 Eastern. We go live a little bit before 8 p.m. Eastern. Kicking off with a pre-race show. We'll have point standings next week. Let you know where everybody is at and how things have been dialing up. We might have some interviews. Who knows what I've got cooked up for you. But again, Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Cracker Barrel 200 next week. Again, you're looking at the 72 Avenged Sevenfold car. Eric Royce just wondering when he is going to take that pit stop. He's already pitted a few times. Again, I would too with all the cautions that have been had. But you have Sage Greco right here as well. Joe Stafford, I believe, is a lap down or... yep, he is a lap down, but he's already pitted. He's going to be fine as it works around. And again, it's with these long green flag runs and no stages, you have people doing the math. And if you're not used to doing the math, not running stages, or not used to not running stages, that might bite you in the ass on the back end here late. Greco now inheriting the lead. Royce hits the pits. And I believe it's only a matter of time for some of these other guys to do as well. But it looks like only 8 cars are on the lead lap currently. Some of these guys up front now have pit. Last time they have pit was lap 39, so they are getting in it. And it looks like Greco's going to go around one more time, but Eric Sable and Kenny Lowry are both hitting the pits. Fuller would be the next one, also a guy that hasn't pit since lap 39. John Dunn is one of those guys as well. And that's going to have to change here pretty quick. Fuller in that Majors Esports Horse Boat and Friends Golf Tour theme machine. Fuller dominating the Horse Boat and Friends Golf Tour, either by force or by rage. He is on it. I give him a hard time, but he's an excellent VR golfer. He can put darts anywhere. Seems like he recovers from anywhere. Big shout out to Nate Fuller. Oh, smacking the wall is the 22 car. 33 of Christian Ruck, Regal in third right now. Working around lap traffic. Next person closest to him is back here, just entering one. That is the 3 car of Floyd Stewart. And it looks like Kenny Lowry's making a move and moving on up. John Furness in fourth right there. And now you see Sage Greco pulling off. He is going to pit. And I would imagine Fuller and Ruck Regal doing the same. Nope. I don't know what I'm talking about. Both Ruck Regal and Fuller staying out. Floyd Stewart, one of the last few in the crowd that has pit last on lap 39. There goes Fuller. And here comes Ruck Regal. And here, no, Floyd staying out. The last of a dying breed. He is currently in second. John Furness in the lead. And there he goes. He's going to tail off now. And Smoking Joe John Furness out in front. Letting the magic happen on this magical Monday at Gears. Got some funny content possibly coming your way later on this spring with me and Jonathan Militia. We're going to team up. See if we can do some AI slop for you. Got a couple that have been circulating the Discords. I don't know if it's social worthy, but you might see it. Right now, coming around lap 99. John Furness is leading us down Thunder Alley to get us to the halfway point. Again, this race is sponsored by Alpha Reinforcing. Appreciate their partnership for this race. Giving us some money. And showing your support for the Gears Racing League. Again, these guys do try hard out here. They work hard for this every week. I know that drivers show up to practice because, shit, man, I host them. I watch it. There are some dedicated drivers, dedicated teams. I can't tell you how much of an opportunity it is to work with these guys. They do great work.
Thank you.
And we have a caution. Looks like Steven Jr. has crashed. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the Gears Cup Series instant replay. See that 51 neon green rim machine. Oh, Jonathan or Jeremy Eshelman fed him some nose candy. put him in the wall. I gotta stop this music for a second. Hold on a second. We gotta do this. Hold on, you're gonna love it. It's going super slow, but I promise you it's worth it in the end. Maybe it's not. Maybe I just overdid it. You know what? Let's just go full speed here.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka.
There you go. There you go. I tried. Didn't work. But we'll do it again one more time just for you. In the wall goes Steven Jr. Now, I hope this doesn't lead to more cautions, but it very well could. We're going to take 30 seconds and be right back here for the Gears Cup Series. All right, and it looks like we are going to get back to green flag action here in one more lap as they're trying to grid up now. But it looks like it's going to take one more time around. But Colby Hogan has had to battle through some adversity tonight, has done a great job doing so. That Ritz Cracker Ford Taurus. And as we get back to green flag action, you're going to see Colby Hogan and John Furness on the front row with Sage Greco and Joe Stafford. Row 2. Row 3 is going to be Eric Royce and Jonathan Militia. Bryce Hamrick and Eric Sable, row 4. And Kenny and Kyle Lowry rounding out your top 10 and in row 5. All right. Pace car. Lights are off. And we are back to green flag action. Green, green, green for the Rock Lobster 200. Tom, what would it take to sponsor an upcoming race? Is there any available? Oh, yeah, we've got tons available. If you want to send me your email, or have Joe send me your email, I can get in touch with you. It's very easy. It's a minimum of $20, and then you can just pick out whichever date you want to sponsor, what's available. So I can send you the schedule and let you know what we have. I do appreciate that. Supporting the Gears Cup Series. Gears appreciates. Ooh, and one of the Lowry brothers in the wall, and I think that is Kenny. That is Kenny. Again, if you want to donate to the horse boat, I got a Venmo you can go through. Got John Furness out in front in that Camel Cigarettes 21. See some smoke going in 3. Hopefully everybody's all right there. I don't see anything on my activity board. I think we're all right. But Furness leading it down. You got Sage Greco right on board with him. Currently rocking in 3rd. About 2 car lengths back from Colby Hogan. Eric Royce to the inside of Greco. Going to take that spot away rather easily. Riding on board with Greco right now. Side by side, you see Royce and Hogan. Royce is going to take that position away. I don't know if Hogan's playing the long game or what. Holy shit, what is that? Looks like Nathan Fuller has shit the bed. Let's back that ass up and see what we see on that one. Oh, his nose is already done. Let's back it up even more. Oh, and he lost it, and boom. Oh, poor Fuller. And we got a caution. Looks like Austin Thomas has crashed, so that might save Fuller if he has a fast repair. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the Gears Cup Series as a replay. Let's go on the MeteorMob.com blimp cam. And what do we have? Oh, Sable and Thomas making friends, making a connection. And then we have RP Allen that just crashed. Let's see what happened here with RP. Oh, he just pulled over and stopped. Oh, shit. That's wild. I can't help but laugh about it. Oh, why does that happen? One more time. Well, I'm more interested in this wreck than that other one. Like, you see, like, everything's fine, everything's cool, you know, it's all right, and it's
No! 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 No!
Fuller has got to be giving him an earful in the headset. Let's go back one more time to that Austin Thomas crash with Eric Sable. This is the one that brought out the caution flag. Sable just, I think he got a little loose, snapped a little tight. Was able to save it for what it's worth, but it ended up tapping the left rear corner paddle of that Tabasco 35 and bringing out the caution. But again, one more time with this one. This one, what do you do? What do you do in this situation? You're just coming, you're just hanging out, and, you know.
This is fun. We're having fun.
You know, you pull off to the side for just a quick second, and, you know, all right, you're back, and all of a sudden, that's wild. John Furness is out into the front. Well, 13 didn't have any front control. His right front was gone. Trying to get back to the pits, I think. So John Furness, Eric Roy is going to lead us back down as we are getting set to go green flag racing. Back at it like a herd of turtles. 115 laps of 200. We got 85 more to go. See him dinking and dive into the inside. We have another caution. Nathan Fuller has crashed yet again. Let's see what happened here. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the Gears Cup Series instant replay. Take a look at that 13 car and see what happened here. Here he goes, gets up to speed, and 32, 24, 89. Gears Cup Series centipede of action just took place right there. Let's see it again. Very eventful night for the 13 car. 24 and the 89 collateral damage in this one. And it's just, I don't think the 32 got up to speed or they were just too far behind. So if we look ahead to the 32, how close was he to the rest of the field? Don Consdorf. Yeah, he was in nowhere near. So they were already trying to go a little bit, faster, probably what they were supposed to. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, let's back it up even further. So these guys are trying to get all situated in the back. It's ludicrous back here. Not ludicrous as in, move bitch, get out the way. Essentially that's what was going on right here. 48 had to get around him somehow. Looks like the 32 was supposed to. 13 was supposed to. All right, yada, yada, yada. They're probably like, get up to speed, go, 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 go. And here they go green because the front of the pack is going green. And Fuller was getting up to speed. Looks like the 32 spun the tires a little bit. But this is probably, it was unnecessary. That did not have to happen. But it kind of did. On the 13's part, I can understand why, be a little frustrated why the 32 isn't getting up to speed. But at the same time, I would have to let up a little bit, and that is something that I don't know if he refuses to do. But that is just something to think about. Everybody hitting the pits for the home stretch. Some cars did. And it looks like most cars did not. So you got Furness and Royce on the front row, Hamrick and Militia, Stafford and Lowry, Lowry and Thomas, Ruckriegel and Rowe, your top 10. And I hope you're having a good night here with the Gears Cup Series. Joe Stafford says, what the hell was the 13? Thinking, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. But that is me just speculating. And we'll see down the road. John Furness, your leader, and we get back to green flag action. A bunch of guys spinning the tires. Colby Hogan pressing the issue 3 wide early, trying to get back up there. Austin Thomas almost losing control, regaining it. We got 3 wide, 2 rows apart. Rowe hitting the wall. Ruckriegel hitting the wall. Kyle Munson beating and banging with the 33 as well. But we are back to green flag racing, 120 of 200. Oh, you see the 24 and the 3 getting a little loose out of 2. But Furness has just got this down to an art tonight. That is my favorite car on track right now. It's a beautiful car. In the background, I do have I think, 116? It's not a 124. I think it's a 116. We got another caution here. John Nunn and Kyle Munson. Of that, if there wasn't stuff on it, I would pull it out. That's what she said. Let's see here. You're looking at John Nunn in the 89 here, Advil. And it looks like Munson already was in oh shit mode. Let's see what happened with Munson right now. Oh, Quentin Stewart. Smacking the wall. And then the 48 comes in and finishes the job.
Bruh.
Wild, man. See it again. And then through the smoke, nowhere to go. 48 eats it, and so does the 89. Just picked the wrong hole to hit. Trying to go Days of Thunder style, not being successful. So Furnace leading us back down to these caution laps. Looks like RP Allen getting his lap back.
What? Oh no!
Looks like we're going to get the one lap to go this time by. You have John Furnace, Eric Royce in row 1, Bryce Hamrick, Jonathan Militia, row 2, Joe Stafford and Kenny Lowry, row 3. Row 4, you have Kyle Lowry and Colby Hogan. Row 5, and rounding out your top 10, you have Connor Rowe and Austin Thomas. But you have some proverbial contenders. You got the 15 of Eric Sable sitting here. That Napa Know-How Auto Parts 15 machine has shown that he's got a little bit of giddy up in that car, a little pep to his step. And the 5 of Connor Rowe with that P-Wipes, I believe, is still sponsored machine. Oh, yeah. Those hygiene wipes. Connor Rowe, personal sponsor. Wipes his ass every time and loves it.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right, and the pace car lights are off. Bada bing, bada boom. We are back at it. We already have a parking lot. Good God. Well. Pace car couldn't get the fuck off the track fast enough. God damn. Oh, look at this pile up. Oh. Colby. Poor Colby.
I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
Don't be rude.
I'm just gonna let you guys watch this back. I'm not gonna say a whole lot about it. Just gonna let you enjoy it for what it's worth.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Boom. Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka.
Look at Stafford. Kyle Lowry giving him a ride. Austin Thomas giving Colby Hogan a ride. And then just a checkup chain reaction. A train of pain is what I would best describe it. For everyone involved. Again, next week and all Monday night all season long, every Monday night all season long. You're going to have the Gears Cup Series right here on the Horseboat Network, Casa de la Horseboat. Next week, we have 134 laps at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Cracker Barrel 200. Again, live across TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Again, tune in, tap in, whatever you do. You can look on. You can be on your smart TV, on your phone, wherever you enjoy watching. You can watch it now across TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Again, Cracker Barrel 200 next week at Atlanta, right here, Casa de la Horseboat. Again, if you haven't followed on Twitch or on YouTube, go ahead and throw that in there. Would love to have it. Make me feel like a man. John Furness, Eric Royce, the notable gruesome twosome in the front row here tonight. Furness has a real shot to win this thing. He has shown he's got a fast ride, and he continues to be a threat as we get back to green flag action. Less than 75 to go, roughly about 72 to go. Furness and Royce, 1 and 2, and I think that's what it's going to come down to tonight, maybe with a mix of Colby Hogan, but if you get restarts, you can throw Jonathan Militia in this mix. He's a driver that has had a good car here at Rockingham all evening long and has proven he can withstand the craziness that it is. And we've got more shit going on. Another yellow flag. Nathan Fuller has crashed for a third time. And that's how I feel right now. Like I've been hit by a bazooka. Quentin Stewart. No, he just loses control. Joe Stafford taps him. Austin Thomas gets a piece. And let's back that ass up again. We'll see if we can get Joe Stafford's end of it here towards. Looks like he's going to lose it. Joe Stafford right here. Going to tap him ever so gently. Austin Thomas, Noah Moss. Oh, that front end of Stafford just eats it. That may be it for him tonight. Noah Moss has been in an accident as well tonight, so we'll see if he can get back to it. Looks like the 22 of Clay Ayers also involved. But it looks like that 13 car just snaps loose on him, and he wasn't able to hold it. Didn't help to get finished off, but again, he was already sideways coming out of 2, drifting. I think maybe if he didn't get that tap, he might have been able to save it, but nevertheless, he got.
Gotcha, bitch.
So again, I think our 10th or 11th caution of the night. I'm not going to try to number them too much. Definitely makes for a longer evening, but again, they are getting used to these cars. They're getting used to each other. It's going to take a few races to get there. Getting ready to go back to green flag action. Royce, John Furnace and Eric Royce again on the front row here. Looks like with Chris Willis and Quentin Stewart in the second row. Pace car lights again are off. And we are green, green, green for the Rock Lobster 200. John Furnace, Eric Royce, Jonathan Militia going after it. Inside of 60 laps to go. Or about inside here, about 65 laps to go here next time by. Got Eric Royce here trying to go for it, the lead to the inside. Looks like he might get there. No, he won't. He's going to tuck back in. But now you have Kenny Lowry and Jonathan Militia going at it for third. Lowry's going to take it easy right now. Militia fighting back to the inside, working it around on the outside, makes that pass look easy. Lowry not giving up back to the inside, but we still yet again have a battle for the lead. Eric Royce to the inside of John Furnace. Not going to get anywhere this time by. Digging deeper and deeper he goes. Just can't get enough to get side by side or get around him and close the door. Oh, you see Colby Hogan back there getting pinched out of 4. That's going to hurt. Battling with Sage Greco. We got Stephen Luttrell, Jeremy Eshelman, and in front of him, Kyle Lowry. And this battle continues to rage on inside. Looks like 61 laps, 62 laps to go. Greco side by side with Kyle Lowry. This is for 6 now. The biggest mover of the night so far belongs to Jonathan Militia. Started 36th, now up to 3rd. He has done a great job in that 69 Keystone Light. Eric Royce and John Furnace battling 1 and 2. Still going at it. Oh, Hemrick almost got a side swipe from Kenny Lowry on accident. Stephen Luttrell hanging in there, and back here is Colby Hogan, Jeremy Eshelman, and Quentin Stewart. Hogan, I don't know if he just doesn't have a car, or else he'd be digging in right now, I think. Inside of 60 laps to go. Trying to push that 17 across the start-finish line first. I know this track he likes a lot. A lot. Pretty quick in practice. Done well for himself tonight. I think a top 10, I know it won't be enough for him, but in the long game, that's going to work well here at Rockingham because this is a tough track, to get through. Jeremy Eshelman to the inside of him right now. Back out front now, you look at Royce and Furnace. Furnace now establishing himself away. And the 21 car is out to a nice scenic drive here at the moment. What would it mean to John Furness to get his first win here in the Gears Cup Series? We might find that out here tonight. Only 2 races in. Could he walk away victorious? The dreaded Rockingham Speedway. Some guys don't like this track, but it appears that this guy loves this track, and he's exceptionally well at it. Again, last time these leaders have pitted was lap 102, so keep that in mind. Got Sage Greco out of the sponsored cars tonight. He is the highest in 6. Jeremy Esterman being strong inside the top 10. We have another crash with Eric Sable. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see on the Gears Cup Series instant replay. Whoa, looks like RP Allen is already in the air, so I can only imagine. Oh boy, what's going on here? Better yet, let's go to RP Allen. Quentin Stewart, yet again, getting involved. Man. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. Things getting a little testy. 29-17. 17 bangs into the 29 a little bit and causes that chain reaction flat out. The racing deal, of course. 17 just getting a little bit loose out of 2 again. He's trying to run his ass off to get back up towards the front. Bangs off the wall. Jeremy Esterman bumps him. RP Allen has to go somewhere. Goes up, gets in with Quentin Stewart. Stewart, again, wrong place, wrong time. Collecting Eric Sable in the mess. Excuse me. Sage Greco now your new leader as it stands. As we were trying to get inside. 50 laps to go here for the Rock Lobster 200. See a bunch of drivers pitting now. Take advantage of it while you can. And it looks like they're going to get back to it right away. A quick caution here. And I like this call by Race Control. Not playing around. Again, we got to get in this race in a reputable fashion, a respectable fashion. Again, liking what the Gears Cup Series is doing right now. Making that happen. At some point, these guys will get it together. It's early. It's an early season. We got Sage Greco and Connor Rowe on the front row. Austin Thomas, Eric Royce, Christian Ruck Regal, Bryce Hamrick, Jonathan Militia, Kenny Lowry, Stephen Duttrell, and Kyle Lowry, your top 10. A lot of Chevys, a lot of Fords. We are back for the Rock Lobster 200 Green Flag Racing, 50 laps to go. Well, we have another caution. Back that ass up. We have Stephen Luttrell. And it says Nathan Fuller and Jonathan Militia. Boom. Oh, Wow. Jonathan Militia going for a ride. And then Nathan Fuller just getting literally crushed from behind. Boom! By the 22 Clayton Ayers. Just popped. Tough acting to Nacton. But this hurts for the Mooresville, North Carolina man. Going to ride on board with his onboard. Just upside down. Woo! Back up. Oh, whoa, shit. That is Jonathan Militia. We're gonna ride on his nose here now. And let's turn down the music actually. And here is on board. Oh my god. Oh, and he's stuck on the guardrail. Tony Hawk. He was able to drive away from that. Had to get that on camera. Connor Rowe going to be your leader. We'll cut the music. You've heard enough of it. So have I. I've been watching on tape delay. I finally just caught up to the live feed. Oh, that's amazing. Welcome. Welcome to the live feed. We have Connor Rowe and Eric Royce, Roy 1, Christian Ruckriegel, Austin Thomas, Kenny Lowry, Bryce Hamrick, Jason Chrisman, Jeremy Ushman, Floyd Stewart, and Chris Willis. Your top 10. As we're getting back inside. 50 laps to go here at Rockingham. And we are back to Green Flag Racing. A lot of Magic Monday, and I don't know if in a good way or a bad way. Either way, it's happening. You got Joe Stafford with no front end running out there right now, getting laps in. Unfortunately for him, must have used his fast repair earlier, and that sucks. Got Austin Thomas, and we've got another crash. Sage Greco in the wall. My God, man. Look at that, number 20 next to Floyd Stewart. See what happened here. He just gets loose. 46 touches him, puts him out. RP Allen getting a little taste without a front end. Looks like he'll be okay. And I imagine this will be a quickie caution. Greco's going to probably have to hurry up and get that fixed. And one more time at full speed. Lowry had nothing else he could do. But they're going to probably try to get this back to Green Flag Racing as soon as they can. But you got Connor Rowe up there. He's been up there before. He was up there at Daytona. Having a chance to log a win here tonight would be pretty awesome for him. Winning Daytona last week, he could go back to back and win the Rock Lobster 200. He's in prime position. It could be done. He could do it.
How you're bending it?
Now, will he do it? I don't know. I think anybody is that anybody's guess at this point.
This is a Fox News alert.
But it's definitely doable. He's going to lead us back down to the green flag. You got Connor Rowe and Eric Royce, Christian Ruckriegel and Austin Thomas, Jason Chrisman and Bryce Hamrick, Jeremy Escherman and Kenny Lowry with Chris Willis and John Furness. Your top 10. Doesn't get much sexier than this. We are getting down into the closing laps of the Rock Lobster 200. Again, at Rockingham this season. Gen 4 cars. Another night into the fire. Race 2 of 25. You still got 23 more races left to go. Coming to 40 laps to go next time by. Connor Rowe leading us down. And for now, leading this race. But Eric Royce is all over the ass end of the 5 car. And we have another caution. This time, Kenny Lowry in that 45. Bryce Hamrick just gets a nose underneath him. And again, I don't think anything intentional with that. It's just stupidity, I think, on both accounts. Like, why are we shooting the gap here? And then why are we giving a little bit? We've got a long way to go. This will definitely be a quickie caution. We'll read it again. Run it again. I don't know what I'm talking about. Folks, I'm not going to lie. Cracker Barrel 200 may be recorded and not broadcasted live next week. We'll see. Again, Connor Rowe and Eric Royce trying to make it competitive here, but we've had a multitude of cautions tonight, which kind of drug out this race. This race should have probably been done about 10 minutes ago with the pace that we were on with that run. But it's just kind of, they just can't get separated. They can't get themselves apart. I just think people need more seat time. I don't think people understand what they were getting into with this car. Again, it's not something that everybody runs every day now. Again, there was a accidental Gen 4 car that iRacing put out, which was badass, had wicked amount of horsepower, and probably would have been more troublesome than these cars were, or these cars are right now. But at this point, you gotta find it somewhere. These drivers have to find something somewhere within themselves to kind of keep themselves in check right now. Connor Rowe and Eric Royce leading us down for another restart here. We are back at it. 35 laps to go next time by. And there goes Floyd Stewart. And Kyle Lowry is the suspect here with that one. And I am not sure why the caution didn't come out. Oh, we got more action. And that was Nathan Fuller just eating absolute shit. And he just gets loose and eats it. I'm glad they're keeping it green. I'm sorry for Nate and what's happened to him tonight. He's had a string of bad luck here at Rockingham. Not going to ruin his season, however, going to take a hit tonight. Eric Royce finally pouncing and making his move to the inside. We have a battle for the lead. Something interesting. Thank God. I don't mean to sound so cynical, but I want some racing action. This is what I come to do. Bryce Hamrick to the inside of Jason Chrisman. Jonathan Militia trying to make it interesting as well. Apparently 15 cautions aren't enough. Satire aside, I understand why you're trying to get there now. But you still got about 32 laps to do it. Long game, still a thing here just yet. Most of these guys are able to make it. Royce is pushing it. He's about 52 laps. If he ends the race the way it is right now, because he pit on lap 148, he'll have exactly about 51 laps to the good. But he'll be cutting it close. Unfortunately for Connor, he's going to have to come in one more time. But it may not matter if he's blinking like a fucking strobe light. Austin Thomas, John Furness, 3 and 4 here with the 35 and the 21. Epic old school battle here, and I love to see it with the classic schemes again. I'd love to see the Pontiacs out here. I hope they drop them this year. That'd be dope. But if not, I just enjoy the classic schemes here. Or they banned advertising of cigarettes. John Furness takes over third quite easily. Inside now of 30 laps to go. We are making some headway, but again, Connor Rowe going to have to make a choice here soon. I think for him, he's praying for another caution to come out. Connor, I would imagine, gonna have to come in with maybe 15 to go, 16 to go. I just don't think he's got the juices to say deuces. Then you look at Jonathan Militia. Last time he pit was 152, so he's going to have a couple laps to the good. As long as he doesn't hit the damn wall. Jason Chrisman now, he's dealing with him side by side. Got Steven Luttrell here battling the 29 of Jeremy Eshelman. This is currently for the top 10. Jeremy Eshelman in that 29 car holding it down right now, but for how long is anybody's guess. Again, Jeremy Eshelman sponsoring tonight, Alpha Reinforcing, sponsoring the Rock Lobster 200. Again, wish we could have put on a little bit better of a show for you, but we appreciate your sponsorship and partnership always. Again, I'll put it up there while we've got him. Scan that QR code. Get in contact. I know they're in the Pennsylvania area. So if you're in the Pennsylvania, need some reinforcement done, it's the man to call. Again, Alpha Reinforcing Services. "21 laps remain in this one. You're looking at Eric Royce out in the lead. John Furness, Connor Rowe, Austin Thomas, and Jonathan Militia, your top 5. Colby Hogan, Jason Chrisman, Kyle Lowry, Sage Greco, and Steven Luttrell, your top 10. Get inside, 20 laps to go. You got Royce, Furness, and Rowe, your top 3. Again, out of the bunch, Royce, Furness, and, Rowe definitely is going to have to pit pretty soon. Furness and Royce, it'll be close. Especially with the cautions that we've had, I think they can make it. Last time they pit was at lap 148. But Eric Royce seems to be the favorite. I don't know if John Furness can find anything in that 21 car. If he can, he may want to start pushing that button. riding on board with the 21 of John Furness. Trying to figure it out, but a solid podium finish for the 21 wouldn't be the worst thing in the world here tonight for him. He's had a great car. He's led laps. He's been able to put it all together. Eric Royce is just that guy. He's that good. Now, let me tell you, Eric Royce has a high rating of 7,800. This dude is a beast. Absolute beast. 12 laps to go before this one is over. Oh, we got the 12 car a little bit slow. Looks like Aiden Lunn. Aiden Lunn in the field tonight. See what happened to him. Oh, his front end's already done. All right, we're going to let him rest in peace. But Royce has led multiple laps as well as had a strong Ford Taurus all night long. And it has been a domination of the Fords tonight. Out of the top 10 so far, 7 out of the top 10 cars are all Fords. And we'll give you that here as we go across the screen. And then you have a bunch of bow ties from 11th to about 16th. But here we go. Inside 10 to go. Furness is starting to pick up a little bit now. I'm going to give you their last times around the track. And it looks like Eric Royce is just putting up a 24.16 to Furness's 24.41. So I think he recognizes what's happening here, and Royce trying to turn it on, or Furness has totally shit the bed that last lap. And as I thought, Connor Rowe got to pit road, it looks like, going to get some gas, but he ran out of gas. Looking for a caution, didn't get it, and now 7 to go here. And Royce is out in front with almost a second on Furness. Colby Hogan inheriting third place, driving the wheels off his car. He himself probably hoping for a late caution. Jonathan Militia right now, top 5. He'll take it for the day he has had in that 69 Keystone. But again, a solid finish if it stays true here with 5 to go. Got Kyle Lowry's had a good race. Jason Crispin, early wrecks. Early involvement in some stuff. Bounced back nicely. Stephen Luttrell in 8th. Kenny Lowry finishing inside the top 10 if it stays true. And then Bryce Hamrick, Jules winner in that one car, showing out here tonight. J. Cole just stopped in to say, hey, Tom. Hey, J. Cole, thank you for coming out, brother. Appreciate having you. Let's focus on the front. Eric Royce doesn't like super speedways, likes everywhere else. And as such, he has put on a remarkable show here tonight, has battled, has done a good job leading this race, pulling away now from John Furness. Trying to get to that white flag. And he's going to get there one more time around for the 72. Comes down Thunder Alley one last time on the backstretch, going to 3 and 4. After all the turmoil, all the chaos tonight, perseverance prevails. Your winner for the Rock Lobster 200 is Eric Royce. There is your unofficial results from 1 to 20. With Eric Royce, John Furness, Colby Hogan, Sage Greco, Jonathan Militia, Kyle Lowry, Jason Chrisman, Stephen Luttrell, Kenny Lowry, and Bryce Hamrick, your top 10. Eric Royce taking his first win as a rookie here in the Gears Cup Series. And doing it like he's been there before, going to peace out. That's wild. That is wild. Again, your winner tonight is Eric Royce, your Rock Lobster 200 winner. Going to get him in here for a quick interview. Eric, you got a copy?
I sure do.
Eric, you had to battle all night long between all the shit that was happening out there on the track. What was your mindset with that all going on, and how did you persevere through it?
At first, it was just dodge. Everybody was wrecking all over the place, and I started in the back because I botched qualifying, but just dodge everything, and then it was just as normal, just race.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I got to say this. I know you're new to the Gears Cup Series. I think it's the change of the car and some of the newer people that we've had, which have kind of contributed to the cautions. We're not typically like this, especially at tracks like this. Is kind of our bread and butter. So, again, not typically what it is, but congratulations to you on getting your first Gears Cup Series victory. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to or thanks to?
My stream, I guess. We watched the whole thing in your stream.
Well, I appreciate that.
That's about it, I think.
No, that's awesome. Again, I appreciate it, Eric. Congratulations on your first win, to I would imagine many more in the Gears Cup Series. We'll see you here at Atlanta next week.
Sure hope so. I look forward to battling John some more and Colby and Perrin if he sticks around the whole time. And I don't know where Aiden was this race, but I'm looking forward to racing him.
Yeah, he had a little bit of trouble, and Perrin, I think, got a little salty after he was got caught passing at the start-finish line on a restart. So, unfortunately for him, that ended his night apparently early, but hopefully he can bounce back from that here pretty soon. Again, Eric, congratulations on the victory, and we'll see you here next week for the Cracker Barrel 200.
All righty, see you then. Have a good week.
You too.
Thank you.
Again, that was Eric Royce getting win number 1 on the season. He had a great race here tonight, all things considered. And again, thank you to the viewers that stuck around, that got through this with us. Again, I know that probably wasn't as easily digestible as it typically would be for a Gears Cup Series race, but I would imagine that it will get better very soon. Again, I appreciate you watching across Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, and we'll be back next week for the Cracker Barrel 200, again, March 16th at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Race 3 of 25 for the Gears Cup Series. Should be a banger, and I hope to find you here. Again, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful work week. We'll bring you back here again, same bat channel, right here on Casa de la Horse Boat.